minute, and I've just came in clutch with all the graphics at the last minute. Hello, my name is Stunky. We'll try getting Owen in as quick as we can. As you can probably tell, I'm a little bit out of breath after what I've done, but Dry Ruins is going to be coming in for the first track of the war. Obviously, United Kingdom, the home team here, and we will be watching the perspective of USA's Sean for the first few races at least. I believe the last time that these two teams played in the World Cup was in 2015. I think the UK may have... can't remember what they did, but it was a very close match back when it did happen. I know that UK made it to the finals. I think it may have been UK-USA finals when they had the France drama that got the French team out at the semis as opposed to the USA team. But regardless, looking at what Sean's been able to do, he's got double shrooms at the moment in 10th place. Gonna have to see what he can do with these triple shrooms as well, because obviously the Ultra, yep, gonna be the Ultra for this lap. See what he can do with this final shroom. Looks like he's had to lose a bit of time there as he's had to correct his line. Needs another box here. Not so sure what's happened on the bagging battle, but both of them are now going forwards. And with Sean getting the bill in 10th, it does illustrate that he's likely to have a shock in the bottom two. A little bit of a wall glitch. Well, it wasn't really a failure, but loss of a very small bit of time. He is in the bill, and there is going to be a shock dodge coming in for the Team United States for the first race. Coming into the start of lap 3. With few of the UK members still up here, but TK in first, Sean second place. Sean with the back bomb as well, could maybe connect with Xander. I think Xander did get out of his star just in time for that to connect, so going to be very unfortunate for him. But with this coming in, blue is going to be affecting TK, but he's too far ahead for it to really matter. And Sean actually failing, hitting that wall, quite unfortunate for him, but I believe we should still be able to see a USA win from this race. We'll try getting Owen in after this. I do apologise. We had a stream host. The power is going to not affect anyone in that top 3 at least. But yeah, we had a plan. And unfortunately, a lesson for some. Plans don't work. I've had an encoding overload. You might have spotted a very minor bit of buffer there. That's the fact that I've just turned my computer on, and the fact that we are doing this at all is a miracle, if I'm honest. But we'll have to see what happened on the final results screen as USA get a 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10, 11. And that is going to be giving them a 41-32 point lead, the USA. And obviously, with that coming in, we will hopefully be able to have Owen for the next go whenever. Okay, we do have Owen for the next race. Again, apologies that we had to last minute that, but hopefully we will be able to get Owen in time for this. Yes, we have. Hello. This is one of the most intense starts that stream hosts have probably ever had, but we have came in. I think our other stream host was still trying to sort this out, but oh, there's my voice again. For a few people might be able to hear that a bit. But yeah, they've been able to use a bit of a shock to their advantage, I believe, and does definitely benefit them that they've got the TF pick as well. This does favour the first few spots if they can get the breakout. We do see Luke and Xander from UK trying to break Arceus, TK and Sean's lead. It looks like Sean does get bumped into that conveyor, and Darty does get past him. And looks, Sean actually getting hit. I think that might have been from Sean Tanny's triple shells. But I'll try remembering saying Tanny just to make it clear that it's not the same Sean. But we do see our Sean getting into 5th place now. Trying to just not get bumped by Jam. I think... Not sure that was Darty that got hit. I think Luke did go down quite a few spots though. Sean with this shroom might be able to take the lake skip. Might actually opt to go for it shroomless and try using the shroom somewhere else. Depends on the level of risk he feels like he needs to take. And that does look to be the case, as we see he's used his shroom. Doesn't actually get a box for that set, but no shot coming in on first or second or Sean. So no target shock at the top spots coming in from either team. I'm going to have to see what items they all have behind. There is actually a build coming up from a USA member, Chrome actually, but no dodge. So maybe Roy's just pulled the shock or something. No, Darty had a shroom, so there's the shock. And yeah, I think that might have TS'd some of the American members. Top 4! And we do actually have top 4 UK, so hopefully we should be able to get the best of that. But
still from the UK, great shock.
We now have Owen's voice properly showing up. For some weird reason it was kind of half showing up and kind of not, but we've now got you officially on the cast.
Hello.
Hello. Have you got any comments to make now that they can properly hear you?
Good shot from the UK, that's all I can say. And nicely coordinated from Xander and Darty. I think Xander did slow down to let Darty pass with the shroom.
It's actually going to be a really damaging race. Yeah, 51 to 22. Going to be leaving the scores at 83 to 63 in favour of the United Kingdom and Ireland.
I'm sure Xander will be determined to win this match after the Deluxe team lost to the USA. Very nicely coordinated shot there, and it also helped that it secured the top 2 at least, but with Oliver and not Darty, Luke of Ireland being able to dodge. So top 4.
Yeah, USA going for some Grumble Volcano. They're hoping to be able to get the shrooms, maybe take the Rock Hop or the Respawn. As we've said in many of our previous casts, Rock Hop and Respawn something you were expecting to see almost everyone take at least once in the race, other than the baggers. Obviously, if they're taking it, it is a bit of a problem.
You should expect all these players to be able to do the Rock Hop if they get the chance to.
Yeah.
Just whether it be too clustered.
I know that Sean, I believe, is someone that has quite the time trial on this track. Maybe he can show us a very good rock hop if he does have the chance, because I know he's got some decent times. But we are actually getting Grumble Volcano, so they're getting their pick. Maybe they can counter what the UK team have just done. We will try getting a bit of game audio for everyone, because I know that is a request coming in as well. The game audio is actually very quiet, but we'll see what we can do with that.
Jam, Luke and Sean getting taken out with a star. Xander coming up in the star meant by Red, not a star. But Troop Shrooms, you expect Sean to be able to go for the Rock Hop.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a Rock Hop. Let's wait and see. Xander nearly getting in the way, but the Rock Hop is taken really nicely there by Sean, and he's in second place with 2 shrooms. Will he be going for the second lap Rock or the Respawn? We'll have to see. He does get bumped. Doesn't opt to use a shroom or panic or anything, but Sean Tanny in second place for the UK. We'll be back filming him.
Nice bit from Tanny. And yeah, Sean would be taking the lava hut this lap now since he used that shroom. I'd be surprised if he went for the Rock Hop again.
Yeah, the Rock Hop's got a... It's really only rewarding as opposed to the respawn if you've got something to hold. But
Oh, he's gone for it again.
He's gone for it again. He has made it. I mean, I guess given he's a very good time trialer, especially on this track among a few others, he's probably aware that it will help him and that he is able to do it a lot more consistently than some others may opt to risk.
And he got single shroom in second as well, so really lucky pull to be able to take the lava cut, barring any shock or pause. And whether Jericho has the shock to help secure the first place, but even if they do have the shock USA, I don't think they just dodge Sean in first, since he is going to get first no matter what.
Yeah, there's Sean doing the respawn. We'll have to see. Maybe if the UK had a shock, it would have came in about there to dodge a few, and I think it just has.
Yeah,
Xander getting the
Shantani
dodge.
dodged.
And Sean. Not sure if
Maybe it's a
Arceus will be...
security
No, I think Jam and Arceus may have been able to hold on to a few of the mid-pack spots, as well as Chrome I saw coming up, but definitely a better race for the USA there, and they might have been able to catch up. Not too sure of the exact point difference that this race will be, but definitely one that will help the momentum for them, potentially able to get them in spots where the fourth track could be maybe a Moonview, maybe a track like that where the first few can pull away. The UK getting 2, 4, 5, 8, 9 and 11.
It might be just -3.
Yeah, it's -3, so we're going to be seeing the USA winning that, but not by as much as some may have thought, as we see a 118 to 101 after 3 races. Going to have a quick look at the stream chat in a bit. I'll try doing it. I'll try sending the actual stream graphic up, but as of now we do see a few people commenting on the rock hop, and yeah, he does have the world record at Grumble Volcano in the no shortcuts category, which is, oh no, he's second now. He had it a few weeks ago. I do remember seeing quite a lot of his runs, but apparently someone must have beaten him recently. But he's definitely very consistent on Grumble among a few other tracks. We might see not so sure, because the UK had quite a few of the mid spots. Yeah, I mean, I said Moonview. I didn't realise that they had, or that the UK had still got a few of the mid spots. We do have a DC actually. I'll have a look.
Ooh.
See if that's a restart. That's a reset. So, unfortunately, this race will not be counting for either team. And there we go. That is a disconnect. So, I believe we've got a few conditionals, but I'm not the one doing them. So, we can sit on the Condi's screen while we very, very quickly discuss the 3 races we saw. Again, apologies that it was last minute. We were literally waiting for the stream host to hopefully get things fixed. We were on another way of screen sharing, so we could see what was happening before we could commentate and everything, but unfortunately for him, all I was seeing was a message in, I think, Dutch saying, like, encoding overloaded for quite a bit of the time with drop frames, and we did opt, just as we realised that he might not be able to get it set up in time, we did opt for that to happen for the change of host. Obviously not ideal, but better than having a Microsoft PowerPoint, as some were putting it when he was stream hosting for the countdown. Would British Isles not be a better acronym than UK for the UK and Ireland team? I think the issue there, let me get the quick definition of the British Isles, because I know a lot of people get unfortunately triggered when they mention it. Over 6,000 smaller isles. Fantastic. When you don't even know the number of smaller isles in your place.
I don't at all. You're fine.
Okay, you have actually got the Republic of Ireland in there. Okay, that's... maybe we can look at the British Isles for the next thing, but...
British Isles, that'd be a bit weird.
It would be a bit weird given that they've been UK for quite some time, but...
2014, pretty much. So yeah.
Shouldn't Canada and Australia be a part of UK? No.
No.
No. Sorry.
Actually, yeah, let Canada be a part of the UK so we can have Tyler.
No, we'll take Australia as well. Why not? The more the merrier in Mario Kart Wii, I'm sure. Despite the fact that it's a 6v6 room. I mean, obviously Canada have quite a few skilled players, so we'd have absolutely no worries with adding a few to the roster, I'm sure. But by definition, I'm sure you could have some argument that the French part of Canada could have some form of French connection if you want to argue that Canada and other countries couldn't be linked to the UK from that far back, I'm afraid. Obviously, the valid way that we had for citizenship was you either had to be a citizen for the country, or I think you had to live there. So you basically either had to live in a country or have citizenship for the country you were born in. So I know quite a few of the people that you're going to be seeing that don't actually live in the native place have citizenship for there. So they'll have a passport for their country. So I believe there's an American, Sora, who is a Belgian citizen, for example. And that's how we've allowed it. We haven't allowed, like, oh, back in the 1800s, we once had an empire and whatever. Enter really weird rule. But not the case this year. It might have been a few years ago. I'm sure a few of the claims that players had for their nationalities last year probably wouldn't have been accepted via this year because of how far back through the family tree it was allowed last year, but now it has to be direct, basically.
Fairly nice. One example you owed from last year was NATO on Mario Kart 8, who played for Italy. When he's quite obviously American. Obviously this year NATO's going to be playing for the American team, so he was one example of the citizenship and all that.
Hopefully we'll be able to start soon. I think we're waiting on the baggers at this point.
Roy was in the room, I think. Unless I'm silly enough.
Okay, apparently the other stream host may have fixed the problem, but given that we are in this position where we've had the interesting pass over, we might...
Oh no.
We might want to just leave this set up, and then for next week we'll try getting you the other stream host if we are having issues with me at any point in time. Because I know there were a few arguments as to issues we had where apparently it was buffering even though we weren't dropping frames or something like that. We believe that's down to Skype being being very poorly optimized, and when you have more than one or two people in the call, obviously it becomes a group call, and that wasn't a really optimized feature, so it probably caused delay that didn't physically show up in the stats, if you know what I mean. But at the current moment in time, it seems like we're in a decent position to be able to get this stream to you, so hopefully we won't have to have a switch midway through.
One thing to be hyped up for is a new mic as well. Chance for me.
Oh yeah, you've got a new mic on the way.
Get hyped.
So the people who argued that they may not be able to understand you will understand you even more.
No, they won't be able to understand me even more.
The power of the accent.
Yes. If you're in Ireland and you try here at Donegal, man, speak Irish is the worst thing in the world. Honestly, they'd be like, "Eh, too cheapy," or something like that. You can't understand it. So that's pretty much kind of like what the problems other people have. I'm just glad people aren't from Donegal in this stream. Hopefully, to hear that horrible accent attempt.
Well, maybe they'll hear it when it gets uploaded. I'm sure you'll be named and shamed. But regardless, I think we do have 12 in the room. I'm sure some people in the chat are going to be like, why did they take so long on doing conditionals when they could have just played a really short track and not counted that race or whatever there? I guess obviously because they said reset, the act is obviously more common to reset as opposed to sitting in a small track hoping that the people on conditionals aren't the ones that have DC'd. It was actually a valid suggestion a few like a week or two ago, though. It did end up in one of the streams where we had quite a few disconnects, and it was I think might have been by not a Kane or someone like that.
Shout out to Kane for the idea. I was just about to say that.
Yeah, he suggested that if there was a DC by one player and they needed a reset, then potentially they could look at a solution where they pick GV2 or, you know, a small track that takes like a minute to complete, and then as opposed to waiting 5 or 10 minutes for conditionals, you only have to wait the 2 minutes for that race to end and not count. But hasn't been implemented yet, I'm afraid. I'm sure we can have that looked into as an alternative procedure, but not currently involved.
Hopefully that'll start soon. I think stability should be okay. I haven't even seen it.
Yeah.
Another room would be closed, yeah. So let's see.
Have a very quick look at the other chats, see if there's anything. I don't believe so. Other than the stream host finding the issue, we haven't had too many other messages pop up on Discord currently, so we'll hopefully be able to bring you the remainder of UK USA very shortly.
I think they're waiting on one person. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6.
they're waiting on Jericho, I believe. Let's actually have a look at the team graphic that I knocked up in the 1 minute I had. So this is the team graphic I managed to make. The UK obviously bringing up Oliver, Sean, Luke, Darty, Roy and Xander. And the US bringing through Sean, TK, Arceus, Jam, Chrome and Jericho. A few of those people are kind of household names that you'd have heard of from quite some time ago. Roy and Jericho, actually, the baggers, probably the two you might not have seen in the past. Roy, a bagger that came through the ranks and ended up in, I believe, a Vale before moving on to Vitality and a few clans like that. Jericho was bagging in a few of the lower divisions, actually, for teams like Multiverse, before taking the step up into clans like Debilitate, where he's grown quite strong and obviously made it to the US team. So one of the best baggers that they can put forwards, and the US have been quite known for putting forward great baggers with Veraith and Hawk as other names that they've had in the past.
One household name everyone will know is Sean Tanney as well for the UK team. Xander has all been a very prominent name in the community for a number of years. Darty has always been around up there, and Oliver and Luke Bard, so two very experienced lineups for both teams.
Yeah, it's definitely a match that should be close throughout. We've got, you know, two teams that you'd expect to be playing in potentially Division 1. And, I mean, the US team, Sean, TK, Arceus, Jam, Chrome and Jericho, I think if you've been in the community for some time, you'd probably have heard of all of them, except for maybe Jericho. You'd have probably seen Sean's time trials if anyone's looked at them. TK's been a prominent member of the community for a number of years. Arceus has obviously been up near the top for some time. Had a bit of a claim to fame when I believe he became the MVP, or he was very close to being an MVP and may have got cast as pick or something for a season. One, I think it might have been season 8, but Jam obviously in Flow among a few others. Chrome currently playing for Flow. He was in Relapse. And like we say, Jericho was in Debilitate at the time, so
They should be starting now. It's unperfect.
We'll see. I mean, they have had a few problems, but They had a technical difficulty the last time, which is why we magically were able to get in on time. If it weren't for the technical difficulty, we could have missed 2 or 3 races, but thankfully... thank God it's a technical problem. Their technical problem was able to help our technical problem have some time to fix.
But, I don't want to look at that table.
You don't want to look at that table? No, I know you don't. You're looking... It's the table you lost in a few minutes ago, but... Yeah, I'm seeing someone called... or someone saying Stunky Team UK when... I'm in the chat. I'm going to be honest.
Same.
I'm in the chat. We're both in the chat. We've both played...
Yes.
We've both played numerous scrim matches. We're just obviously not in the final 15. I played last year. For people that watched... UK Benelux last year. I played last year for a match, so UK Stunky has happened before and still is a thing, just not for the final squad of the World Cup, just for the national team itself.
I'm on the market out to look excited for anyone else.
You have made a national team this year.
Yes, and I've played twice. It's a good experience so far.
I've watched both matches.
Yeah. I actually don't think I've done as bad as the tables look, but that's for another discussion. We're about to get started here. Okay, I didn't even... Oh, the spots would be top 2, 5, 7, 8 for UK, so they might... Oh, they're going for Moonview, probably for Xander, and USA going for Delfino Square to catch up on. Get the Shrooms, the Goldens, the Stars...
Oh, it looks like Delfino is going to be the track of choice, so USA might be able to take advantage of this.
Yeah, maybe see one or two from the UK as well being able to get the irons I mentioned, but...
I mean, you mentioned the UK spots, and you said top 2-5 or something. That's actually not the worst of spots for Delfino Square. 5th can obviously pull some decent items, and Darty and Sean, among others, weren't in that section, so they... as very good runners, could also have pulled shrooms, but do see Sean bagging a bit for his triple shrooms.
Yeah, triple shrooms in 10, you might just take the double cut. I wouldn't be surprised.
The
or
double
spam
cut.
them.
Yeah, the double cut's probably the most optimal thing to do. Maybe hope that you can still get a strong item in the spot you end up in. Looks like 2 of the USA members bumping each other through the cut. That might have been Chrome and TK.
Oh, and he gets trailed by Luke.
Single shroom not going to be something he really... needs, but he will be using it through this particular grass patch. No, he won't. He's going to just maybe use it on the straight instead, but regardless, he's probably going to want to chain that for a better item because he clearly can't take the shortcut with a single shroom.
I'm predicting triple shrooms.
You're predicting triple... Well, it's because he's in 9th, isn't it? So, no, golden. So he's got...
golden, that.
That's potentially even better than triple shrooms, but we'll have to see...
Is better than...
We'll have to see if the shock comes in lap 2. We're not too sure on the shock situation, so... We do see Sean getting into... Is that first? That is going to be first. Makes it through, but a red is coming his way. He has got this banana behind him. Does actually connect with the red, so that's fine for him.
Roy's
another red, though, and I think Sean's in trouble. Yeah, Sean gets connected with the red, and we've got to watch what Oliver, Luke, and Darty can do in their top 2-4 spots. This could be very good for the UK, and it could also be very bad. The shock is going to be coming in, and it looks like a USA shock. No, USA shock. USA getting the majority of the dodges, but that's a bit early if you ask me. I think they may have the chance to still get some mid-spot items and maybe get a bit lucky with some shrooms. That Paolo is... That Paolo's unfortunate. And
is the red's going for
Luke? No, Luke's not getting hit.
A red must have hit something.
I think the UK is still getting okay spots. Not as bad as you'd have imagined.
He's gone. Yeah, that's a good race for UK. Xander and Darty are up there.
No, Darty's down in like 9th or 10th. Yeah, he had an unfortunate race. I think he got killed quite poorly.
Yeah,
you just saw him there.
Oliver would be the one up there then.
We'll have to see what the final results screen said, but definitely not as bad as you may have thought with the shot coming in for Team USA. Looks like USA were able to get a few dodges in, but I think Xander was the one to predict from Team UK. It's quite a common shock spot, so...
Katie said to get music. in the stream.
1, 5, 6, 7, 10.
That's actually a really good race for you, USA.
We'll try getting music. It's actually not as good as you'd think.
Wow, okay, I'm bad at 6v6 scores.
No, it's another 35 to 38. We'll try getting music again. Apologies, we had a last-minute stream host change. As KD should know, he's in the chat where all the frantic panicking did happen. But we'll try getting music. Actually, I do have my music loaded, but just not fully set up yet. We'll see what I can do as I click that one. The actual feedback from the music, though, is that not many people liked it for the last few times, so we'll have to hope that this music does slightly better, but...
Gardens is a fine choice for the UK. You just get the shrimp, so it's Moonview. It's USA in the 134, just looking to hold on to it. And hope that Sean can pull some shrooms. I don't know who else from the USA is back there, though.
I mean, we've got to wait and see what Sean can do, but Moonview Highway, of course, going to be favouring a lot of the top spots if they can get the break. We are going to be seeing Sean 7th place. I believe someone may have hit a... Yeah, someone did hit a car, actually, so we're going to be seeing them fall down. Sean with the triple shrooms coming in, and...
That's really good at this point, that one, but he's opting not to use it. Okay, he uses one.
He's got to watch out for Oliver's back red, actually. He's trailing that red quite immensely, and I think he has just thrown it, so Sean would be safe to overtake.
I don't get why Oliver threw that red, because the chances of him hitting Chrome are very slim. It looks like he shroomed up, though, straight after it. Now he's just there, but I would have just held onto the red and try to get Sean in 3rd instead of going for Chrome, because of the risk.
Looks like Luke does actually get a bump off on Sean, and we'll have to see... Oh, Darty actually lagging a bomb car. Darty and lag? Never. We see Xander, though, connecting with something around that corner. Not too sure if he maybe hit something on his screen that we couldn't see. But yeah. Sean, though, with a star. If they do have the shock, this could be very beneficial for Team United States of America.
Car's gone flying, but he might just use the first set.
Yeah, the first set is one of the better chains. I'm not sure he's going to be getting a chain, though, as he's used it a bit early. Well, he will be getting a chain, but it's not... Oh, he misses. He misses out. That is a USA shock, I think.
Yeah. Xander dodged in the bill.
Ah.
So, I don't... Yeah, it must have been a USA shock, because you see most of the UK around the spots where... Oh, Darty and someone got trucks. It's been unfortunate, but the golden mushroom will take them into the boost pads.
Unless something went terribly wrong for them, then... Oh, the bomb car for Sean! That's a bomb car truck coming in for your boy Sean Berry.
Oliver got trucked, but Sean did, and that was a bit interesting. Oliver was being caught in a bomb truck.
Oliver's got the chance to maybe... No, Oliver's had a connection with that red, and he's gone.
That's bottom 2 in the runners, but I think Xander, Luke, and Sean Tanney were able to get up there for the UK, so this might be an average race.
Seeing comments like, Sean awful! Sean awful! I'm not sure he's exactly awful, but he's made 1 or 2 mistakes for Moonview Highway that 1, 3, 4, 9, 10, 12, so
I imagine that's a plus
that
3.
Is a plus 3, yeah, for UK.
Okay, I'm good with 66 scores now. Whatever I said about me being bad, I take back.
You have had a few accidental correct answers before as well, haven't you? So
yes. I got that one dead on right though, and then say plus 3.
That is going to be a plus 3 for UK. So this most recent set of races has been a ton of plus 3s. Nothing that the USA really need. They've had 2 plus 3s in their favour. UK just pulled their 1 back. So really, that one race that was a 51 to 22 is all that is separating the 2 teams currently. That was a big race. Toad's Factory, I believe it was.
That top 4 with the shock. And the blue dodge as well. Cooper Cape and Bouncy Castle have 2 fair choices. Again, no one would be really advantage for the glitch on BCB. We don't see any Daisy users. For the UK, main one will be Luke GB, but he's obviously not playing.
And Cooper Cape is going to be coming in from the United States again, getting their track picks. They've had a few of them so far. We'll have to see if Cooper Cape can benefit them any more than their most recent tracks. Obviously, +3s aren't the best result for them with a 18. No, I can't math it. It was 17 to begin with, 17-point margin. Cooper Cape, though, with these triple shrooms, Sean will be able to potentially take some of the grass shortcuts. Actually opts not to do that one. I guess his bump sent him wide enough where it made more sense to use his shrooms around here.
He probably just used the one here and then used the one at the waterfall circle. So that'll be down top 2. Whether Jam has another shroom or not, at the way and see. So they could be holding shrooms in top 2.
We actually see that on Sean's screen, Jam has lagged into a zapper or something, but not on Jam's screen, clearly. Sean has to potentially take this waterfall, hope that no really early shocks or anything coming in. That red doesn't connect.
No. I'm just surprised if I fell into the waterfall. Well, yeah, it was Jam doesn't... Oh, he might be taking the shroom right here. Yeah, he's going to go for it. Come on, give us an epic fail. No. No epic.
I know exactly who you were waiting for. You were waiting for a really good epic fail, like I think Crow may have done, but not the case. And Sean first place at the moment. He's got to watch out for any potential blues or maybe even a target shock if UK do have the shock. But as of now, USA doing quite well for their spots, and obviously the UK will be hoping to get Sean out of that first place.
USA with the power there to suit Sean, I'm pretty sure. Another green, he might just again hold this for the Shroomba. If there's no TS,
there's no really obvious people with a shock or anything, but we'll have to see. No shocks coming in over that ramp. That ramp is quite a normal target shocking spot for players, but Sean's still in first after that ramp, and with a green he's got protection if second place does end up being a UK member at the end. I think Sean's main worry is a blue at this point, and the blue does come in, so he's got a... And that blue may have... No, it didn't connect with the baggers. I was going to say, if it was any earlier, then the baggers may have lost a shock from that blue, but... Jam in first. Oliver and Sean, if they have shrooms... Oh, Sean! That's unfortunate for him, and I believe he's just hit a fib, maybe. But...
I didn't even see what he hit. Oh, UK might have shock.
If UK have any shrooms there, that can be an okay race for them. I think Luke and Sean Tanny's just hit a wall. I think he's been...
bumped into it by Sean.
Been bumped into the wall, and that does cost him quite a few positions, unfortunately, for Sean Tanny there. But... our streamer benefited quite a lot by that manoeuvre. Sean Berry, obviously one of the more known time trialers for the USA. And he's just been able to use some shrooms to get past a few and prevent UK from getting a few more of that top set of spots. And 2, 3, 6, 8, 9, 12.
Okay, the +3 streak extended. That's +9.
Yep.
Wow.
And 35 to 38 coming in again.
That's not +9. Oops. I'm bad at 6v6 scores.
And half the war in, United Kingdom actually up 14. Obviously, the USA probably predicted to do much better. I think they're the first seed team in the tournament. Obviously, Germany right up next to them in the first tier, but. Even in the tier, there are kind of these tipped seeds for where people are expected to end up. So, USA, I believe, a lot of people thought would get towards first place, and Germany was very close behind. But USA and
you go ahead.
USA currently losing to the UK. Wondering if this can maybe be a Benelux Germany replication where the tier 3 team or the lower tier team can beat the first tier teams.
Yeah, it's probably not that you World Cup. Most of the teams aren't split too far. Maybe there's 1 or 2 with the Australians and Italians maybe, but the others seem to be very closely matched, so this being very close is not a big surprise. BC64, you might see just Sean trying to get a draft and he'd be able to take first. But Luke Luke was able to get drafted on at the first, he'll have to be careful with Backspam and with Xander. He might just use this shroom at the grass cut.
I'm very thankful I'm very thankful that we didn't use Discord because there's a temporary server outage, so we wouldn't have been able to. That was our original plan, by the way, for Discord, but with a server outage, I can't access anything on the phone. So, Luke actually getting a... I think that was Luke that bumped Sean. If that was the bagger, then that's going to be a penalty of some kind, potentially, but...
I think Roy bumped Luke into Sean, so...
Well, I guess we'll have to see. It was an interesting event regardless, but...
Someone clip that. That'd be interesting to look back at.
That's definitely going to be interesting to look back at, but we do have Sean Tanny getting readied there by Sean Berry, and these triple reds coming in for Sean of the USA. Won't be wanting to throw them forwards or backwards at the moment. Jam and TK doing a bit of a USA sandwich around him.
If I was Sean, I'd just hold on to his rares, but obviously you can't anymore because the
looks like a
Arceus got destroyed.
Yeah, miscommunication coming in from Team USA, not calling the back spam, and Sean hits that from Arceus' triple greens. Arceus actually falling even further down as we do see him go into 9th or 10th there for the runners.
Yeah, that POW killed Arceus a lot. He probably did call the greens, but Sean wasn't able to correct away from them. Speaking of greens, triple greens, that's Xander gone.
Yeah, that is Xander gone. Great greens coming in from Sean, but at the moment I believe top two are coming in for Team U. Oh no, that's Roy actually in what I thought was first. Some weird reason Roy's running at the moment, but it is Luke in first, so still a top two for UK. Top 2-5 for them. And with Xander and Sean coming in, all USA have are 3-4. If the UK have the shock, this could be devastating. This could be... That might be a USA shock. That's a UK. That's Sean Tanny. Sean Tanny getting the shock. I believe Darty got bumped off. Maybe they're trying to dodge him, but...
Oh, Sean just barely missed the star.
A star is going to be coming in for Oliver. Oliver from the UK. This could be an interesting final race for this. An interesting final lap coming in. I think that blue won't do too much damage if first is there yet. That's still going to be what looks to be a potential top two for whoever top two were. I believe UK. Luke actually does get hit down quite badly, but...
Top 2-4-5 for the UK. Ooh.
Yeah, that's... Oh no, we see Xander as well. That's really weird. Not sure who from the USA broke in. Not sure who broke in, but very clearly one of the USA members was able to break in that we didn't see. And
maybe TK or Jam. No, Jam was there, wasn't he? It might be TK if anyone. Or Chrome as well. I didn't see Chrome on the line. That was an eventful race. 1-3-5, 8, 9. No, 1-3-5, 9, 10, and 12.
The UK winning that by 1.
So that breaks our +3 streak.
Yeah, the +3 streak ends at 4 races in a row. And the UK 15 up, yeah.
I want to see if that was clipped as well. The potential Roy. Oh, Jericho has 4 points. IIB. Nobody clip it.
There's a few clips, but not sure whether or not. Apparently, Discord's working fine for a few, but it might be having a few problems. Messages not sending. There we go. Looks like they may have had a very minor blip on something, because I can probably get a print screen. It's telling me that all my servers are down for an outage on that. For some weird reason on the phone it's got a problem, but on the PC it's not got as much of a problem, so maybe Discord would have worked.
No, Discord's gone for me as well.
Oh, Discord's acting up for you. Might be a mobile problem, but
I just got 27s are available due to a temporary outage.
I mean,
all my servers.
Regardless, there are a few calls that are doing fine, so I guess a very few servers may be having a few problems. It looks like it's very selective people that are having issues, but Both the casters are having issues, so very thankful that we're not on Discord at the minute because we're on Skype. This is the first time I've ever said, thankfully we're on Skype. Really never want to say that again. Discord, please fix. I was really looking forward to casting on Discord until the screen share died and we had to move over to Skype with me as the host. We did actually have a different looking graphic as well that unable to show off too much. Hopefully for next week we will, but at this point we had to just kind of rush it. But regardless, going into race number, I believe, 8 for this war.
Yeah, that would be 8.
Yep, race 8 going to be Peach Gardens. Sean Berry getting the vote there.
I know why USA would pick this with the mid spots. Peach Gardens is a good track on lap 1 to instantly show up. Someone might be able to get a set of triple shrooms first and be able to carry them into first and just hold. Sometimes you do see people doing it. Sean won't be able to get a shroom. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah. Shroom's in second, I think. So he's in first, so he's going to be able to take his lines. Ooh, someone's getting TC'd. I think that was Luke from the UK. And Pat was going by at the exact second. He was just at the hedge.
Yeah,
he was able to take a backward shortcut.
Jericho's slowing down means that Roy is slightly ahead still, but I think Roy may have had to jump off. He may have had the bill or something, but the lead for bagging wasn't too big at that point. Yeah, looks like one of the baggers has just stopped and is now going forwards again for a set, whereas Roy is going back still. So maybe Roy thinks he can get it in 12th. Maybe Jericho has it in 11th. We're not so sure just yet, but
Jericho might have it. Maybe. I'm just keeping an eye on it.
Blue's coming in for Sean. There's not going to be a blue cancel, so potentially a UK shock hold.
What's his name? Jericho just hit the chain chop. I wouldn't have even cancelled the blue at that point. It's lap 2 of Peach Gardens. But that triple green set for Luke. He'll probably might hold on to him.
If the UK have a shock, it would likely be a chain for that first set, but they don't seem to have one. Either that or they didn't have enough dodges to make it worth the counter I think TK tried putting in with being in a start. Sean's TC though,
he's gone.
He is gone. I don't think he'll be getting a pass to anyone, but maybe Jam on his own team. He won't get to Oliver in time. No, that's him out of the race. Bill coming up. Not sure.
He's out of it.
That's going to be Sean Tanney getting 7th off that, but
I called him after the line. This is actually a really good race for the UK.
Yeah, USA getting 8, 9, 10, so they are not having the greatest of races there. If they got top 2, obviously that's minimising the damage if they were able to get some of the top spots, but that is Roy with a shock. I think we've just witnessed him using it on our stream.
I don't think that was a top 2 for the USA. I think Xander or Oliver might have got one of the top 2 spots. Ooh, 1-3, 8, 9, 10. So that's
actually going to be a 38-35. We're back to the we're back to the threes.
Yeah.
This war has literally been a back and forth race as to who can win by 3 or less. The last 6 races have been a case of losing by 3 or less.
So yeah, race 1 was a 32-41, which is +9, and then race 2 was 51-22.